Welcome to Living with Purpose podcast, where I'm going to get to listen to some of these fabulous people that are going to join us, sharing with us about their purpose and one golden nugget. My guest today is Chaitra Vedullapalli. She is like this awesome person. She's the founder and CEO of Women in the Cloud, which is a organization that supports women who are starting technology companies using cloud technology, AI. And she has a community of thousands of people around the world now. She started this 5 years ago as just an idea. Holder of a world record, the Guinness World Record, where she got 500 or more of us to craft our action plan in one go. So Chai, we call her Chai affectionately. Chai is also the source of energy for a lot of us in India. Chai, welcome to our show.
Thank you, Akhtar. Such a beautiful introduction. I love it. I feel so blessed to know you. That's the words comes out of my mouth right now. Love it.
It's mutual. It's mutual. So, Chai, share with our listeners one golden nugget, a piece of wisdom that you have collected on your fabulous journey.
Akhtar, I grew up in Darjeeling when I was young. My dad was in army, so we got to listen to a lot of the Dalai Lama's sermons when we were there. One of the things that it had a profound impact was unlocking access within yourself to really see the potential. So over the years, I've been like tinkering with that concept. But I think it's creating the access for others to realize their potential has been my mantra from the time I was young till now. And now I think I've perfected the formula of it. What does it really mean? Is how do you unlock the blockers inside you and how can you unblock access for people so they can actually realize the ultimate potential? So the access can come in form of partnership. It can come in form of friendship. It can come in form of people, money, energy. So you name it. Really, everyone has a different need. And if you can unlock access for each other, the world will be a beautiful place.
Unlocking access. You unlocked it for what? 10,000 women now or more? And by the way, Chai has also now got into the film business.
Yes.
She's created this whole thing called Icons.
Yes.
So please go look her up on the web. She's doing some amazing work. So let's now talk about purpose and how you use it to show up in life and inspire others. Tell us, Chai, why is purpose so important to you?
If you remember the first time you were at Microsoft talking about the UN goals, that was kind of the first time I heard the way you talked about it. I had heard about the millennial goals, but the UN goal. You said when you're looking at your life and you're kind of lost, you should find a purpose that you can contribute. So out of the 17 goals, pick one and then work at it. I pegged a few goals around it. One was the innovation, gender equality, education, and partnerships. And when you have a North Star and purpose becomes that North Star, then you create a project around it and you work through it. So Women in Cloud was a SDG-focused initiative. We worked with Microsoft for driving economic inclusion for women. And look at it, we are over 100,000 people right now, and we focused on preparing them for the AI and cloud transformation that is happening in the world. And the opportunity, $7 trillion, and our representation for innovation is less than 2%. So what we felt was, let's use the access strategy, create a preparation for people so they can become the ultimate potential. And we are serving their own purpose for them to being the ultimate human beings on the planet. And that's kind of, I live with that philosophy that when you help others and your purpose is created through that by serving them.
So, Chai, your journey has not been one straight line. I know I've known you for a very long time, and you have gone through some amazing tough times.
Yes.
Give us an example of how purpose as a renewable source of energy allowed you to overcome the tough times and then thrive in the good times.
I'm not going to put anybody down, but I think the biggest challenge I had to face was betrayal from people. Many people did not show up the way I would love them to show up, and they came short of it. For earlier, I used to think I was the problem. But then as you go through the journey, you realize it is their shortcomings, their fear, their uncomfort, which just causes them not to show up in a way that they could show up. So for me, was navigating the betrayal as an emotion was one of the hardest thing, because I truly believe in building a trusted relationship. I'm very loyal to people. If I say I'm going to get it done, I'm going to get it done. It's like it's written in, I will commit my life. So that one was the biggest challenge I personally had to navigate. And because I had to navigate that particular emotion well, I also learned what it takes to really have effective conversations with people and be a super communicator with them, knowing that where in the conversation I can hear and I'm like, are they committed or they are not committed? Or get clear commitment from them to move it to the end goal. So I think it's your own personal challenges, which kind of helps you understand what is the emotion that you deal with all the time, and you start to self-sabotage yourself. Conquering that particular one was probably the best thing that has happened. So that's kind of what fuels the purpose, because now I know when a purpose is not realized, usually it is people or systems. So either fix the system or either address the people. So once you get those two right, the purpose automatically moves forward.
So to talk a little bit about how purpose and your purposeful journey has led to you becoming much more fulfilled, thrive, and get a sense of contentment.
That's a very good question. When I look at the purpose that I'm on right now is to create $1 billion of economic access. And I took a 10-year goal. But then when you look at the $1 billion, there are a lot of human beings involved in creating that access. The place where I hear when they say, oh, I got that tech certification done. Now I'm able to get the job that I really wanted. Oh, you opened up that relationship. I was able to secure the funding for my company. Oh, you got me that introduction. I was able to hire them on my team. I'm recognized and suddenly I got promotion. So after those kind of, feedback that you get, you know that you're in the right place because the access is working for them. For me personally is really having my ears to the ground and really listening to my community and saying, are we fulfilling their goals? And are we navigating them and providing that safe place where they are visible, they're getting what they are looking for, and they're less frustrated because nobody is betraying them in the journey for them to fulfill their purpose. But really, the purpose is to fulfill others' purpose in an effective way.
Chai, this has been absolutely fascinating. Again, just the sheer scale of the work you do. I want our listeners to understand unlocking billions of dollars worth of economic opportunity for women all around the world and creating a thriving community of over 100,000 women is just fabulous. Chai, thank you very much for being part of this journey. To our listeners, finding one purpose is a lifelong journey. It will continue to evolve and change with your life circumstances, as Chaitra has so well articulated. And then continue to remember, again, this absolute point that Chaitra was making. Individuals are not problems that you can solve. We have to embrace individuals and help create access for them so they can thrive themselves. So tune in again for another episode of Living with Purpose and join us on our journey by going to purpose.mindset.org and share how you're living with purpose. Chai, thank you very much.
Thank you, Akhtar. This one was fabulous.
Does your company have a story to tell about purpose? Become a part of our book series. Visit onegoldennugget.com/living with purpose.